Morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2024 Grant Award Workshop. This morning, everyone's microphones is going to be muted. We have a chat feature that you may use to ask any questions that you may have, and staff will be monitoring that chat and answering questions as they come in. If we do not have an answer to a question that you raise, we'll reach out to you through a post with questions and answers that we'll research and find at the end, either at the end of the presentation, or we will be able to get back and post a question and answer fact sheet to our website the following week from this presentation. The first thing that I'd like to do is to introduce our Executive Director, Ms. Caroline Farmer, for opening comments and remarks.
Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome. I'm so glad to see that y'all are here. It's a wonderful attendance. And hopefully you're going to learn a lot during this workshop. I know you will. And congratulations on receiving another grant award, or for some, an extension. So I want to encourage you to get to know your GCC planners and grant administrators. We're all here to assist you to make sure that your project is successful. Reach out with questions. There's a few people who are commenting in the chat that they can't hear. So if somebody will reach out to them, that'd be great. Before we get into the weeds of what is required of you and how to proceed, I wanted to give a brief funding update regarding VOCA. This doesn't affect any of the awards starting now. This is for next fall of 2025. The Office of Victims of Crime shared information about the Crime Victims Fund. And for those who don't know, the Crimes Victim Fund is the source of VOCA funding. It comes from lawsuits and fines from our U.S. attorneys across the country. We expected the fund to drop again next year, but now it's expected to drop devastatingly low. This is due to pending lawsuits about where the funds go. So these funds, when you go look at the Crime Victims Fund, it actually is, it looks like it's doing okay. But the actual balance for 2025 is $274 million. $274 million across the entire U.S. So in 2018, I believe we got 102 million. Last year we got 24 million, and we're expected this to drop 90% from last year, from 2024. So that means we're looking at anywhere between 2.4 million and 4.4 million, depending upon the formula that the federal government uses. We're making plans for around 3.5. That is not going to be enough to fully fund all the amazing work that the people in your communities are doing to help with victims of crime. This is also going to impact victims comp, because when it goes below 500 million, victims comp is impacted. For those of you who are VOCA funding, let us know how we can help you with this. We can offer like writing workshops for other grants. We encourage you to talk to people in your community about running a business so that you can be self-sustaining and earn some funding through, I know there's a variety of types of enterprises that nonprofits do to raise money, landscaping, catering, and so forth, dog grooming. There's a whole lot of different services that are done in this way. I know this is not good news, and we are taking this very seriously at GCC, because this affects all of us, whether you're VOCA funded or not. This affects the people in your communities, the domestic violence shelters, the sexual assault providers, child advocacy centers. it's going to hurt our the hospital violence intervention, the legal, the medical services. All of this is going to be impacted, and so it across the board is something that we are wanting to assist in whatever ways we can to give you skills and resources and help in as many ways as possible. We will send out information about this in a handout to all of you so that you have more information about this. But we just wanted to go ahead and let you know. If you don't know who the folks are in your community, we'll be happy to connect you so that you know that what the VOCA folks, who the VOCA folks are. The RFA for VOCA grants will be released in, I think it's November 1st. So the RFA, you'll be able to see what the funding choices are. Conversations about the state level. There is a lot of conversations at the General Assembly. However, I have not seen any bills moving over there. So I know that they haven't worked on the budget for this year. We're operating off of last year's budget. My understanding is they plan to take that up in November. So any other questions? Well, please reach out. Let me know how we can be helpful. I will drop my email into the chat so you will have that information, and look forward to working with you on this issue to try to rectify it. For now, I'm going to turn it over to our MC, Jason Wimmer, who is the Director of State and Federal Grants. Jason?